fucking hell. Like, this ain't gonna make it harder.
You do go for like you said, all your games on nightmare difficulty. It's like you said all your healing on nightmare difficulty.
0 deaths so far. I thought if I was just gonna respond and then hit record, just continue fucking responding naturally, the flow of conversation, but ain't that fucking easy, is it? Christ.
Does it make it much harder?
I think cameras might still be a tiny bit of a trigger for some parts of me.
You do hold the worst there.
Not for all parts of me. It's not harder for all of me anyway. I appreciate the effort that those parts of me are putting into doing this. It's a little easier every time.
Don't your arms go dead?
Please, you think that I'm that fucking able to feel the body? I can tell when it's going dead. No.
My hands get really cold.
Even like, what, behind your fucking head they get cold?
Yeah, my extremities are like have no blood flow whatsoever.
Fucking hell. It either don't work like that for me, or I'm so cut apart from it that I can't feel it. Neither one would surprise me, frankly. What I found interesting, I'm goddamn loath to admit that it actually helps. Fucking journaling. I'll tell you one thing I didn't expect is sort of helps link bits of information. Looks obvious once you've journaled it and read back over and gone, I was just feeling this way and I wrote, I am feeling like this. And then this random memory came to mind and I started thinking about this time, and then you read it back over and you're like, oh, these feelings are clearly fucking just projected onto what's happening now based off of this memory that I'm probably being surrounded by and ain't noticed. But when you're in it, if you ain't logged it, it's all just kind of flying around you like a tornado or something. I don't notice it. When I'm in it, I'll read back over it and I go, oh fuck me, that's an obvious connection. Kind of useful for that. Get this sort of claustrophobic looping insanity feeling sometimes, where it's like there's too much. I'm feeling too many things at once, and they're all cycling round inside me, too fast to sort of catch, like a fucking washing machine, but industrial sized. And same with thoughts, like a catacomb of places to think from, all with their own tangents, and all sort of flying by and looping round. feels like even trying to catch them in a journal is impossible, and it is. And for a good long time, I let that stop me from doing anything, from trying, because I was like, well, fuck this, it's clearly impossible. And actually now, I just catch one and write it in, and wait a bit, as long as I can move, hold the pen. Sometimes that ain't guaranteed, if I can. I like trying to keep up with a really fast stream of consciousness writing. Just like one word, one colour, one thing, one attribute of each emotion or thought. And I sit there for a few minutes doing that, then I get a general shape of some bits of what I'm feeling and thinking. I can kind of work out which parts of me might be experiencing what memories, what's relevant. It's interesting watching you do it. You use it totally different to me.
Oh, it sounds like you've got a lot more quick time events than me. I've got like... I feel like everything's sped up, but like I have time to... I don't lose many thoughts. If I'm like really anxious or really stressed, then some might like spin off or evaporate before I get to them. But then they'll generally come back round in... I wondered if that was me switching through my subsystem, because I was like, what if that's like this part of me was closer to the front and was thinking and feeling this way, but then that triggered another part of me to have thoughts or feelings about this thing over here, and they switched in, and like then those ones went back there, and then later somebody thought something closer to the front again that made it like switch back and forth, you know, like if it works, like...
Yeah.
What?
I remember when you used to go to dog conferences, I'd be complaining like, fuck me, should be spending our time going to gigs, gig drunk. When we were teenagers. I don't know, you'd go to your 6-hour-a-day lectures, and you'd be so fucking excited, you may as well have been drunk.
I like brains.
Damn good thing as well, Jesus Christ.
I just I need that meme with Marge Simpson and the potato. I just think they're neat. Come on, he's telling me this isn't all really cool. You're not just like, ooh, what's happening? How is this working?
Like, usually I'm a bit more like, what is happening? How the fuck is this working? I like it all way. Sometimes I'm a bit mesmerised. There are some things that happen that I'm like, mate, I gotta know what's causing that. Like, how the fuck? Cognitive dissonance. That gets me. When I see it, when I experience it, when I do some shit that really should not have stood up to fucking reason, really shouldn't have got all the way to action, but I've managed to do it. I look back and I'm like, the fuck did I just manage to do that and think that was right? Yeah, I get real curious about that sort of shit, actually.
See?
No, I wasn't complaining. Is it because I used to be a prick and just like actually laugh at you in a demeaning, persecutory way? Because I wasn't then. I was feeling pretty grateful actually that you get so excited about how brains work, because it leads to us knowing a lot of shit
You want to scream abuse at me now?
Yeah, I really do. Rather a lot. Fucking hell, just move the topic on. The fact that you can read me so well don't help. Like, oh my god. It's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. I was sort of pissed off about it, but now I want to psychoanalyze why that happens. I never used to. Oh, some parts of me, I guess. Some parts of me used to sort of just seem to know and work out and get the logic. It's like I could get the logic of why people's brains did shit in a way of like, knowing where to hit to control what, knowing what to say or do and what effect it would have, like knowing which strings to pull. Not from within it, where you can't even, fuck me, you can't tell what the fuck's happening. I guess that's the difference between like having emotions actually kind of work as opposed to just like cognitive feelings. I don't even know if they were feelings, thoughts. It's easier to understand this shit when you don't have feelings coming into play, emotions. Like, they really do fucking cloud the shit out of your judgment.
Yeah. They really do. Also, I think it's always easier to see stuff that you're not in. Like, I think it's always going to be easier for you to point stuff out to me that I'm missing, and me to point stuff out to you, and people outside of us to point stuff out. Like, I think it's just easier to see it when you've got a little bit of distance from it.
There's got to be ways that I can generate. Well, that's what dissociation is, isn't it? Like if I'm emotionally dissociated, I've got a fair bit of distance between me and what's going on in me. Maybe that's why some parts of me have been able to be so clinical, methodical. It also feels like I'm totally fucking blind because, like, too much distance, all the emotions are still fucking there, but the cunts are invisible.
Yeah, no, that's a real bitch. I feel like I can't, like, the emotion I'm feeling kind of distorts what I think about it, because I can, like, if I'm really anxious, then my brain will try to rationalize the anxiety, so it's like the emotion hijacks my intellect to give it reason to be there. But there's a lot of different parameters you got to think between, because like, how is it protective, how is it defensive, is this projected from some memory internally and not at all to do with like the situation right now, and you know, trying to think about all those things while actually experiencing high doses of anxiety or like rage, or it's really fucking difficult. So I like your idea of like, yeah, I think this is why people go for like I saw a video that was like, instead of saying I am angry, because it's like you identify as the feeling, you take it in, you become it, and like there's no distance between you and it. So it can help to be like, I feel angry, because that creates a little bit of distance. So then there's like when I say I'm thinking of this horrific, if like when it was really windy and I was like, I'm thinking a tree is going to crash through the ceiling and crush us all. And so it helps to be like, I notice I'm having thoughts of, because it puts a bit more distance between me and my thoughts. So it's like, I notice I'm having thoughts of anxiety, like naming them. Or I notice I'm having thoughts of a catastrophizing nature, like, and then, so that kind of helps.
Does it work with emotions?
I don't know. Um, I'm more confused about emotions because we're supposed to feel them in the body, so it's not the same as having thoughts. So like maybe you don't want distance from emotions, but you do want distance from thoughts. I'm not sure. Maybe it depends on the emotion. Maybe it depends on the situation. You could try, see what happens.
It seems fucking. Oh, is that my ego? Seems fucking stupid. Patronising. To just,
To play with concepts.
yeah. Oh, fuck me, alright. I notice I'm having feelings of volatile fucking rage. Oh, fucking hell. This is a bit fucking weird, actually. Alright. I don't know if it was coincidence. I notice I'm having feelings of volatile fucking rage. What the fuck are brains? Now I'm having feelings of deep-seated, really heavy, painful grief in my chest. It definitely was well, it almost definitely was the sentence happened both times.
So like recognizing that there was rage.
Felt like I looked at it too closely and it dissipated like a mist to reveal what was behind it. Fuck me. What the fuck? What the fuck is any of this? What the fuck did that happen for? Alright, half an hour ago, so I was feeling bitter, angry, cast aside. And I realised that it's because I'm withdrawing from everyone. I mean, fairly fucking standard as like how I've lived, but I was starting to notice myself withdraw from you and Ryan and everyone. Not like I don't fight it, but feel the urge a bit stronger. Sometimes it looks different, like comes in a different form and you don't notice you're doing it. And it's like I felt, you know, a bit of angry cast aside. Like I expected it to be everyone else's responsibility to notice I was doing that and fix it, even though I would be fucking furious, and I mean I really would, if anyone tried to get me to join in or check up on me or see if I was okay. Like I can't fucking handle shit myself. And yet, there's part of me feeling like resentful of other people because I've started to withdraw. I wonder if it's projected from a young age, expecting other people to be in this parental role, which would definitely make a lot of parts of me really fucking angry, because like, fuck if I have ever needed a parent since we were like 3 or 5. I have far too much identity wrapped up in being self-sufficient to a fault, not needing that from anyone. So then it makes it really hard to acknowledge if parts of me are identifying and projecting that need. And if I don't fucking acknowledge it like I am now, because I fucking got to, and because otherwise it's gonna bite me in the ass. Because there'll be these parts of me projecting that need outwards, and these parts of me in here refusing to take ownership and responsibility of that need because I can't bear to think of the fact that parts of me might need it. So I'm just gonna like ignore it, pretend it ain't fucking there, reject it entirely, and then I'm not gonna do any of that. Because then that need is still gonna be trying to be met by younger parts of me, but without me being willing to be consciously aware of it. Without that self-awareness, that's when shit gets put on other people and I don't even notice it's happening.
Is there anything I can do?
You're doing it.
You're doing the work.
You're giving me space to. A shit ton of the information of how this shit works. I only have the offensive. A lot of this comes from you. God damn, I don't think I'd even ever heard the term positive reinforcement.
I'm trying very hard not to compliment you.
Not hard enough.
You make it very challenging.
I try. God, I'm fucking drained.
What?
I think it's kind of funny how you're doing fawn makeup at the minute.
I mean, with fangs. I like it. I think it looks cool with your side as well. I might do that on my side next time as well. But I kind of like the asymmetry. I don't know, those crosses, those stitches are like really satisfying to look at.
Right. I'm drained. Holy fucking God, I'm tired.
Yeah. Such unbelievable amount of fucking work. And you do it all the time.
Alright, fuck. I'm gonna switch this off and we can continue kicking 7 shades of shit out of my defensive programming.